Imagine a being so vast, so ancient, that it holds the entire universe in its coils, a being whose existence stretches beyond time itself. This is Ananta Shesha, the cosmic serpent of Hindu mythology. Ananta meaning infinite and Shesha meaning remainder, together represent something eternal, that which is beyond creation and destruction, beyond the limits of what we can comprehend. Shesha is the serpent that lies at the very foundation of existence, and through his coils he supports the entire cosmos. His presence is more than symbolic. It represents the eternal cycles of time and the universe itself. Shesha is often depicted as a massive, multi-headed serpent, his infinite coils forming the very bedrock on which the universe rests. But Shesha's role is not passive. In Hindu cosmology, the universe is not a fixed entity. It is constantly being created, sustained, and eventually destroyed in a never-ending cycle, only to be born again. And it is Ananta Shesha who anchors this process. On his coiled body rests Lord Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, who maintains the balance between creation and destruction. Vishnu reclines on Shesha in an ocean of milk, a symbol of the primordial waters that existed before time itself. Shesha's connection to the cycles of the universe is profound. In Hindu cosmology, time is divided into yugas or great ages, and each yuga is part of a larger cycle called a kalpa. At the end of each kalpa, the universe is dissolved, only to be recreated once more in the next cycle. This endless rhythm of creation, preservation and dissolution is echoed in the very nature of Shesha. His name, Ananta, signifies his role as the eternal remainder, what exists before and after every creation. When the universe ends, Shesha remains waiting patiently for the next cycle to begin. In some stories, Shesha is described as holding the very stars and planets in his many heads. Each of his heads represents a different dimension or plane of existence. As the stars, galaxies and worlds float upon him, his presence ensures the balance of the cosmos is maintained. His existence is eternal, unbound by time, and he transcends the physical laws that govern our understanding of reality. He is the ultimate symbol of continuity, the force that ensures the cosmos endures, even as it is reborn over and over again. But Shesha's role is not just to hold the universe in place, he is also said to be a constant witness to all that happens within it. He is present at the birth of creation and will be there when it ends. His presence is a reminder that the universe, despite its vastness and complexity, is part of a larger eternal cycle, one that transcends time and space as we know it. Shesha watches silently as worlds rise and fall, as empires are built and crumble, and as beings are born and die. He is the timeless observer, embodying the idea that everything in the universe is interconnected and part of a greater whole. One fascinating aspect of Shesha's symbolism is his connection to the concept of Maya, or illusion. In Hindu philosophy, the physical world we see and experience is often described as an illusion, a temporary state that conceals the deeper, eternal truth of the universe. Shesha, by holding the universe in his coils, represents the tension between the eternal and the temporary, between the cycles of creation and the underlying reality that never changes. He is the force that transcends illusion, existing beyond the birth and death of the material world. His very nature is a reminder that reality is far more profound than we can perceive. Throughout the Puranas and epics like the Mahabharata, Shesha also takes on other forms. In some stories, he incarnates as Balarama, the brother of Lord Krishna. In this form, Shesha becomes a direct participant in the divine play of the universe, showing how his infinite power can take on a tangible human form when necessary. In the stories of Balarama, we see the cosmic serpent's strength, wisdom and patience manifested in human deeds. His incarnation as Balarama highlights the idea that the eternal and the temporal are not separate but interconnected, as Shesha brings his cosmic knowledge into the earthly realm. One of the most intriguing aspects of Shesha's mythology is his role at the end of time. Hindu cosmology tells us that at the end of each Mahapralaya, or Great Dissolution, when the universe is destroyed, Vishnu rests on Ananta Shesha in the cosmic ocean, awaiting the next cycle of creation. In this way, Shesha becomes the bridge between the end of one universe and the birth of the next. He embodies the eternal continuity of time and space, existing in the void between universes, holding the remnants of the old as the new begins to form. Shesha's very nature defies the limitations of our understanding. In modern science, we talk about the universe being bound by time and space, about how everything has a beginning and an end. But in Hindu mythology, Shesha exists outside these boundaries. He represents the eternal force that underlies the universe, the idea that time is cyclical and infinite, and that there is something beyond the physical world we experience. Shesha, as the cosmic serpent, challenges us to think beyond the linear concept of time and to embrace the idea that the universe is far more mysterious than we can imagine. Perhaps the greatest lesson we can learn from the myth of Ananta Shesha is the understanding of impermanence. Everything we see, touch, and experience in the world is fleeting. Civilizations rise and fall, stars are born and die, and even the universe itself will one day dissolve. But beyond this impermanence lies something eternal, something that remains constant through every cycle. Shesha is that eternal presence, the force that ensures the cosmos endures even as it changes. He is a reminder that though everything around us is temporary, there is a deeper reality that persists beyond the cycles of time. In the end, the cosmic serpent Shesha is not just a mythological figure, but a profound symbol of the infinite cycles of the universe. He represents the eternal, the unchanging reality that lies beyond creation and destruction. He is the force that holds the universe together, both literally and metaphorically, and in his endless coils we can find a reflection of the universe itself, vast, mysterious, and eternal, always in motion, yet anchored by something beyond time and space. Ananta Shesha shows us that while the universe may seem chaotic and impermanent, there is an underlying order, an eternal truth that endures through every cycle. The cosmic serpent lies at the heart of this truth, watching over the birth and death of worlds, waiting patiently for the next cycle to begin. And in doing so, he reminds us of the infinite possibilities of existence and the timeless nature of the universe itself.